Hi there, everybody. Good afternoon and good morning in some parts of the world. Hi there, everybody. Good afternoon and good morning in some parts of the world. Hi there, everybody. Good afternoon. Okay, hi there. There are some technical hitch just now. So, okay, hi, this is Sam Seah here from Malaysia. Welcome to our Kangen Distributors weekly meeting. From Kuala Lumpur. We have this meeting every Saturday, and we've been doing this for the past 8 years now. And each week we invite a guest distributor to come and share with us. And today I'm very happy to announce that without this person, I wouldn't be here in the Kangen business. All right, and I'm going to bring him in now. Bernard, you are in the room somewhere. Yes, you are.
Hi.
Okay. Here you are. Let's all give a big hand to our guest distributor of the week. This is Bernard Chan, 6A4-5 from Singapore.
Hi, everyone.
Hi there, Bernard.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so let me just tell you a bit about introduction about Bernard Chan. Bernard and we met at the lift lobby about 1 year before he introduced me to the Kangen business. Yeah, I mean, he was a complete stranger. We were complete strangers to one another. So Bernard, thank you to you. I'm so grateful to you because if not for that chance meeting, I don't know what I'll be doing today.
Thank you. I was ordained. It was ordained divinely. Yeah, that since we started, because of that faithful moment, it has turned out to what a journey. What a journey.
Yes. Okay. Now, before we go on, right, I'd like to invite everybody in the Zoom call today. Turn on your camera. Turn on your camera for you to be with us, because you know when your camera is on, right, you will be more engaged, and when you're more engaged, you get a lot more value out of this. So I can notice a lot more people are turning on the camera. So Bernard, to begin with, Bernard, can you tell us the people here, tell us a bit about your background, the years before you actually started this Kangen business.
Sure. There was a moment where where I really struggled. There was a time in my life I really struggled in life. I was in insurance. I had to improve quite a lot to be if I improve it, I was below basic level. Yeah. I was earning so little in the insurance industry, you know, for 9 years. Why it took me 9 years, it's really baffling. I couldn't make a success of myself. And on hindsight today, I realized that I didn't believe in myself. My self-image was poor. And I today realize what I perceive of myself, I manifest. And now, so what happened is things changed when I tried going into multi-level marketing, and wasn't a big success until I attended some personal development course called You Were Born Rich by the late Bob Proctor, who just passed on this year. That changed me from the inside out. My self-image changed, and from then on, I went into sales and marketing. Sometimes as a sales manager, I love selling not products but selling the business, the career, the position, you know. But because of what I carried in my self-image that changed, every company that I went to, almost every endeavor, I will rise to the top. And that was the one key change. Now that's one. And however, there were many companies that were not stable. The companies were not stable. The ship sank. This ship after that ship, you know. So, but having said that, I always made it to a certain position of successful position. So Sam and everyone, that was until I found Kangen. So having to restart and restart and restart in different endeavors, what Kangen means to me is, number one, it means a safe haven. Some place that I can, oh wow, it's stable enough where I dare to sink my roots and I know I will build from strength to strength compared to the other endeavors. I build, it collapse, I build, it collapse. Yeah. So
I'd like to sort of just highlight to everybody here. Did you hear what what Bernard Chan just shared just now? At one time that he had very poor self-image, all right, and you were struggling a lot for many years.
I was, yeah. I mean, the people that were not performing, I was doing worse than them. My wife is in my room. She will validate that. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I think just like you, there were also times when this was well before Kangen. I also had very poor self-image, and sometimes even I'm not ashamed to say this. Even sometimes even in the last 2 years of my life, especially in a lockdown, I too had also gone through these bouts of low self-image as well. Okay, and not ashamed to say that I've also even gotten into some form of depression. I think that's pretty normal for all of us. And if any of you has gone through some form of depression, that is by default. I think with us human beings, there's really nothing wrong to have this bouts of depression. And if you have not had any depression, then I'll say there's probably something wrong with you. Would you agree on that, Bernard?
I beg to differ slightly.
Okay.
In an area where if one comes from a good, a very amazing family upbringing, that may not happen. But
Okay.
yeah, but those are rare. Those are very rare. So most people will go through some form of depression or aimlessness. Because not many of us, our parents are trying their best. Most of our parents are trying their best, but they're just a carryover of what they caught from their parents and their life. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Bernard, for that. Now, then, Bernard, can you tell us a little about your 11 plus years in the Kangen business? What you saw in this business and what you still see of the Kangen business?
Okay. First of all, if based on the first point, if I could continue slightly further, a bit about so now I like to, if it's okay, I like to backtrack a bit about how I started and in my journey, what I caught that helped me to continue. Yeah. So Sam, you were the one that taught me this phrase that our mind is like a parachute. It works only when it's open. So when my introducer spoke to me, I wasn't open with the business. I didn't want another sales business because I was tired of companies failing me. But I thought that I always should be open to listen. Okay, so I was open enough to listen. Number two, a person is trying to carve out a career. I think it's polite to give ear. You understand what I'm saying, everyone? It's a basic courtesy. So I did. Frankly, I wasn't wanting this business. So after my introducer showed me the business plan and so on, I knew about it in the head knowledge, but I didn't want the business. But subsequently, we know the foundation of the business, the product works. Yeah. I don't have to elaborate to this crowd how well it works because the last half an hour before we went on Facebook live, you know the product works well. So because of that, I saw impossibilities as possibilities in the business because the foundation of this business, which is the real product in my opinion, is the efficacy of the water. Okay, so but however, having said that, I'm afraid there is another one that I built to a certain height, it fails on me. So I validated, remember, just like Heng and a few others, beginning there is not much validation within your own country. Yeah. So mine was about the first machine in Singapore. I had to validate that. So for 4 months, I was able to validate with people coming to my place to take water. Listen, when we buy the machine, we buy a Kangen water factory. You know, the raw ingredient everybody has in their home. You know how powerful that statement is? You own a factory at will that produces water that helps the body, that potentially can help the body. Since you're on Facebook Live, notice, gentlemen and ladies, I'm careful with my words. Yeah. Okay. So, so after 4 months to validate the Kangen water efficacy for what it's meant to be, I had faith in the water and I didn't have faith in the business. I started working on the compensation plan. And lo and behold, many of us know the compensation plan works. Many of us. Yeah, okay, so that was it. And things happened so fast. I I didn't have an office in Singapore. So I flew to the regional office, in this case, Hong Kong, to start a bank account to receive commission in Hong Kong, because I didn't want to receive commission in Singapore from Hong Kong twice a week with bank charges. It was about $56 every 2 weeks deduction from the bank, $50. So I flew to Hong Kong and I told the sales manager then, can you please not pay me so often? Can you pay me only once a month? Listen, at that time, I didn't believe in the longevity of business. Thought it was for tax purposes. Okay, now, the then sales manager told me, cannot. It is the directive of the CEO and owner of the company to pay often commission. Now, at the time, I didn't have faith in the longevity of the business. But when I saw that the company is willing to pay out fast, it began to chip away of that suspicion of the longevity. Could it be a one that I can do for long? Okay, so that's important. It gave me more faith in the business and the company. Then, because of the speed, I qualified 6A. The company sent me to USA for an event. That was in Torrance. And that's when I met the top global distributors then. Okay, now what happened? 800 people attended. I met the owner and I saw the owner on stage giving away a lot of checks and smiling from the bottom of his heart when he gave checks away. Then I realized this company really true health to the world is not just body health. The CEO and the owner is so happy to fulfill the money health part. I saw his heartbeat through his smile and his eyes. Okay, so that was important to me. It gave me that much more confidence, and then gave me access to the top leaders because I was only a 6A. All due respect to those who are 6As and below. I want to respect your efforts so far and your success. But there I was talking about people who are -3 and so on. Whoa, those days, you know, I was only 3 months in the business, and some of them gave me their contact and I kept in touch with them. So I was able to associate with the people that were succeeding. Okay, I imposed my friendship on that very strongly. Why? Now, many of us here would have experienced advice from successful friends successful in other industries, who are not qualified to give you advice on this industry. But I was fortunate enough at the infancy of my business to meet top leaders who I associated with to continue to tell me it is possible. You see, we naturally tend to extrapolate advice from people who are successful from other industries. So please don't, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you, all of us are meant for higher than what we have achieved so far. Okay, so the next thing is, I was in an 800 people meeting. I received some awards. So I stood on stage. I don't know, Sam knew this aspect of me where I was very fearful of being in front of a crowd. Sam, did you know? Did you know I hated to be in front of a crowd?
No, I didn't, but you always seem so self-composed.
Okay, that means I was able to pretend well beginning. Frankly, I mean, I talk those memory of those experience, my hands are perspiring now. Okay, so what happened is, what I did was I stood on stage, I looked at the 800 people. Remember, Singapore and Malaysia had not opened. I closed my eyes and looked at, I looked at the 800 people, and I closed my eyes and I visualized that my home country and my neighboring country, Malaysia, will have many meetings of 800 people. And ladies and gentlemen, we know that has happened, right? And of course, it's gone beyond that. That USA trip within the third month of my business was very instrumental. So I want to say that unknowingly and knowingly, I started visualizing. I started continuing to associate with the people that continue to tell me it's possible. And I became more and more confident when I saw the owner just wanting to give money away, that he is true to his true health to the world, body health, and especially what was new was the financial health. Gave me a lot. Yeah. So that's basically it, Sam. And earlier you were asking, in the last 11 years, I like to I like to mention three things, only three things that I feel I could have done better. Would you want to know the last 11 years, what I feel I could have done better? Although there's decent success. If those who want, can you just, I know it's a rhetorical question, but can you just type one, please? Nice. Okay. So now, thank you for your response. So now, I wish I had maintained my all-out massive. I wish my all-out massive action had been more intense than what I did. It was fairly intense, but I wish I had squeezed out some more iota of energy. Plus, I wish I had maintained my all-out massive action for extra 3 months than what I did. Why? Who knows? In my team, there could have been another cross line to SAMSIA, where today the team total sales could have been 40% more, because it would have been extrapolated through 11 years, a growth of 11 years. So that's number one. My momentum was good, but I wish it was more intense and stronger. That I had sacrificed even more laser focus, and more in longer term. Number one. Number two, I wished I had focused on something a bit more. The richest man in the world, Elon Musk, he says the factories that build the Tesla cars, that's the real product. The machine that builds the cars, that's the real product. So I wish I was smart enough to structure my business with more structures, even from the onset. Example, if Mark here beginning asks me, Bernard, what do I need to know about the machine? I will just have a document and a couple of attachments I send you. It's just by an email or WhatsApp. Bam, I send you, you watch that. What do I know? What do I need to know about the business? Bang, 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 bang. I send you just one attachment, that's it. And then because of this, Mark, you then can forward to people who are interested, you see. You don't have to depend on your existing skills and knowledge. Get me, anyone? I wish I had slightly more. Yeah, I wish I had slightly more structure from get-go. Yes,
can I just stop you there and sort of go back again a bit to what you mentioned about Elon Musk saying that his product is not a car. His product is more of his real product is the factory. And you sort of spoke about structures. Can you just go back a little bit to elaborate about what Elon Musk said about his product being the factory rather than being the car?
Okay. The first thing he would do is delete useless a manufacturing procedures. He will delete those procedures and parts. Then he will optimize manufacturing. And when the factory is efficient, the factory will just spit out cars like nothing. So if we have more structures and simplified, one of my guru, he said, the key thing about network marketing is radical duplication. And for radical duplication to happen, it must be made as simple as possible so that we can duplicate. So Elon Musk is more interested in optimizing his factory so that there'll be more cars coming out. Yeah, so if we can optimize our prospecting, our recruitment, our every information that we need to pass across, we optimize with standardization. Wow. Then my new downline need not have a lag time of learning more knowledge before doing the business. My new downline can just forward the information as he is learning. Yeah. Does it make sense, Sam?
Yes, yes, thanks for that. And I really like the term that you call radical duplication. Okay, and can you just stop here for a while? I know you have a lot to share, but I just want the audience here to really get this. You are a bit different from me. All right, I've always been placing emphasis on doing the demo. Okay, which is basically now I have a mantra called no demo, no sale. Okay. But your mantra seems to be like maybe radical duplication. Okay, can you? I think you already explained it a bit, but I want the audience here to really understand the big difference here between Bernard Chan and I. Okay, for a long time I've been saying, you have to show before you show the product to anyone. You must sell the demo instead of selling the machine. Sell the demo, that's one mantra. And then after that, no demo, no sale. So that's been my mantra. So and so I've been hearing from you for the past several years that you are more on selling the business, right? And instead of selling the machine. So that's a big difference between you and I. And of course, in the last few years, I've also been sort of like I'm also changing. I'm also myself changing in the process. So tell us a bit more about your mantra.
Okay. So based on having structure, even if no demo, no sale, you also can put structure. Example, Sam. I wish I had done a video, not on the demo, but the video is to train new distributors how to do the demo behind the scenes. Oh, prepare this category of water. Make sure your ORP monitor is clean well. Test it first before you show the demo. Make sure you test everything. I will do a video teaching how to do the demo. Yeah, the machine that builds the machine. Yeah. So not so much doing the demo. Doesn't matter even if we do the demo, as long as we lead to the business. So that's one. But the other thing, I sell machines as well, Sam. I do, but I lead by business. I always led by business. Even when I spoke to you beginning, can you remember? I approached you whether you're interested to earn more money, right?
Yes.
If you had said no, I will ask you, would you be more interested to feel 10 years younger? I will still sell the machine if you're not interested in a business. But I lead by business first. Why? Ladies and gentlemen, in my humble opinion, this is perhaps the most important point. The 5 core needs of generally everybody in the world will fall under these 5. One is concerns of health. Agree, everyone? That is, universal. Healthcare, concerns of healthcare cost, concerns of retirement cost, concerns of daily living cost. This one, Heng will know. In insurance, we teach that as well, And number 5 will be education cost. Yeah. Now, almost every other general concerns will fall under these 5. Agree, everyone?
Can you
Generally,
repeat that, Bernard? Can you repeat that?
sure.
The five costs.
Number
Five
1
core needs, yeah.
will be healthcare concerns. Number 2 will be healthcare cost concerns. Correction, not healthcare. Health concern, healthcare cost concern, retirement cost concerns, daily living from a financial standpoint, and children education cost concerns.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, you really go out there and talk to your Grab drivers and so on. What do they generally talk about when they are talking about their concerns? Will be one of these 5. So, ladies and gentlemen, 4 out of 5 are money related. Why do I want to go with that one? Health first. Logic will tell me to go with the 4 first. That's why I almost always, I mean, look, if someone has 2 more weeks and dying of cancer, I won't talk about, hey, interested to earn more money or not. I will get stabbed in the face, you know. Yeah, but apart from being socially sensitive, if 4 out of 5 core concerns globally are money related, please approach the business approach first. And here's the best part. If Sam had turned me down and said, my family business is doing very well, blah, 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 I still can naturally ask about the product aspect. Get me, everyone? However, if I had approached Sam pertaining to wanting to feel healthier and all that, he's not interested. You're selling me something and all that. There is sure impossibility I can bridge over to the business aspect. So, yeah. So I don't know how it went there, but and okay, is that okay, Sam? Before I go on to my 3rd biggest mistake.
Yeah, well, I think let's just pause here for a while, because
Sure.
that 5 people's 5 main concerns, right, which I've just put into the chat. Those are very important concerns that, you know, if no one actually sit down to actually think what are the 5 concerns, you have just nailed it. Bernard, you've just nailed it, and I've just put in the chat. So those are very important core concerns for everybody. We talk about people on the planet. Everybody, all the 7 billion people's core concern, of course, is those healthcare concerns, healthcare cost concern, retirement concern, daily living cost concern, and of course, there's a lot of people which is daily concerns is just to get some food. Okay, so thanks for that, Bernard. That's a very rich there. Okay, please go on.
Okay, so what I could have done better, I already mentioned too. Not number 1 is not having enough standardization. Too excited, beginning, just moved on so fast. The AOMA, while I did AOMA, my regret is I should have been that much more intense and that much longer. Okay, my 3rd one is I should have.
Before you do that, before I do that, can we just backtrack a bit? Because just now you touched on something which is so important. Yeah. I feel it is so important, which is that you start off talking to your prospects, leading with business first. Yes. Okay. You said you always what is the line that you always like to use when you ask prospect about whether they'd be interested in a business?
You actually just said it, Sam. Are you interested to make some extra money? That it's very correct, very non-salesy,
Correct. So, but you see, a lot of people here in the room, right? Yeah. They were probably I for one, right? At one time, I remember I had this fear of talking about a business. What they call thinking that they will feel people will run away. That was my fear at one time, and I'm sure who here has a fear that you may put off people. Type in the word me. If you have, who here, I'm asking the people in the room here, who here has a fear that you may put people off by, if you were to ask a question, would you be interested to look at a new business? Okay. Oh yeah, I see there's a few of them there. But the point that I want to make here, that I think I want to highlight for the benefit of everybody here, is that what Bernard is doing is exactly doing that. And the benefit of sharing it, leading the business by leading business first, is that his answer, Bernard is saying that because of 5 people's main concern, okay, which is in the chat box, they have concerns, okay? So don't be shy to ask about that. And in the event that they're not interested in the business, but then you can fall back on how do you say that, Bernard? In the event that they're not interested.
If you're of a certain age, 40 and above, then I will say, Sam, would you be interested to feel 10 years younger?
Of course. So instead of doing that, right? Bernard, instead of leading it with the business, you lead it with product.
Okay, I'm going to have some fun with this now. I'm going to have some fun with leading by product. Okay. Sam, your answer will be I'm not interested because I'm already taking a lot of supplements. I'm quite healthy. Okay.
Yes.
Sam,
wait. Or that, either that, or when you want to try to sell me a product, my ears will just close.
Yes, because I'm asking you to spend money. Okay, that's the other thing. One is I'm asking Sam to spend money, while the other one is Sam come and earn money together with me.
Yeah. Okay, but just stop for a while. But just stop for a while, right?
Sure.
I want to hear it. Let's hear it from the audience here in the room. Okay. If Bernard had asked me about would you be interested to feel healthier? If people would ask, not the question. If people would ask you, would you be interested to look at the product? Most of those will probably shut down, right? I will shut down. If you feel that someone is trying to sell you a product, right? Type in me if we also share the same way as me. That when you feel that someone is trying to sell you something, right, you would straight away stop listening. Okay, a few of us, yeah. So Bernard, I just want to highlight to everybody here that you can always start off the business with leading it with the product, or you can lead it with the business. The point here I want to make here is that Bernard does it by leading the business first, and if that fails, it can fall back on the product. To me, I feel that it is a much you'll get a chance of showing of the prospect saying yes to you showing a product, rather than the other way around. Yeah. Okay, over to you there, Bernard.
Okay, but can I venture to say something that I'm going to read something that may offend some of you guys, but please forgive me if I do. But those of you who are shy to talk about the business, can I humbly say that most of you, self-image not so good. You are afraid of what people may think. You earn money, that's why you talk to me. So what's wrong with earning money? You go to work, you also earn money. How come you're not shy about it? So most that said me, who's afraid to broach with business, my guess is your self-image got to work on it. Not all. So if I'm spot on, then you know what to work on. Yeah, remember that I like to use these 2 animals. You know, the grizzly bear is in its glorious splendor in the plains of Alaska. It's meant to live in such beauty. But yet, when its self-image is conditioned, it can be trained to wear a pink miniskirt and ride a bicycle in a circus. It's called self-image. The elephant is the same thing. Yeah, so we have much more potential than the grizzly bear and the elephant, but yet we have been conditioned. So anyway, that's a separate topic. Okay, now, the third, one of the most major mistakes I have made. This one is clearly a mistake. It's not getting involved in myself learning-wise and promoting GoPro. I personally should have gotten involved much earlier in associating with people that were already earning $1 million, $2 million, $3 million a year. Because the mindset of these people, because I was just swimming in a pond called Energic. Nothing wrong with this pond. Very good pond. But there is a MLM lake out there, and there is a direct sales ocean out there that we can learn, because ultimately, what are we marketing? Ultimately, we are marketing freedom. Freedom. Someone that I look to, he said this. So we need clarity. Something that Sam likes to use, clarity. We need, when we go out there, what are we ultimately marketing? Now, this person spoke and he said this. McDonald's, their burgers, nutritional disasters, full of chemicals and doesn't rot. Number one, maybe it tastes quite nice. Frankly, McDonald's tastes quite nice, but isn't the nicest tasting burgers. Yet, McDonald's sells the most hamburgers. Why? Because ultimately, what McDonald's sells is happiness. Yeah, that's right. Lenovo Tab. Happiness. That's why the mascot is a clown and they have Happy Meal. That's what they're ultimately selling. So what are we ultimately selling? Happiness that involves better health. Happiness that involves more money. Happiness that has passive, potentially, etc. So when we have that clarity, we won't sell one health only. You cannot have full happiness if you have one health only. Agree, everyone? So what GoPro did for me was it exploded my mind in a good sense. And then it gave me the courage. And I said, wow, if I have attended this 10 years earlier, I mean, who attended and really benefited from the online? Please type 2.
GoPro is like any good training that we've been to, a training where it changes people's perspective of how they see things. And that's what GoPro has done for many people here. Especially for the new people, for those people who are totally new in this industry.
Yeah, this is our Kangen business pilgrimage in inverted commas. So this one is a huge mistake for not upgrading myself first of all. Then telling my distributors, downlines to say this is a must. So if not, Sam, if we had done it from our first year, Sam, imagine what the business would be like today with the clarity.
Exactly.
I tried to imagine before this meeting, no. I cannot extrapolate the difference there. I cannot. So so those are my 3 areas that I wish I could have done better, of which one of them I call it a mistake, but 3 areas that I feel that I've done correctly. Yeah, I done decently well. Surprisingly, it's the same point as the one that I didn't do as well. I worked on the business from get-go with Aoma. And I think the state of my Aoma was pretty decent, though it could have been better. So it's a negative and positive. Okay, Aoma. Today, I'm not going to go into the details of Aoma. Number 2, what I did correct was approach with business first. And where's my evidence? Sam. Sam is my evidence. Yeah. I mean, you know, and also Judy and a few others, and Sam recently met my new builder as well. You know, we sat together and looks like something exciting happening. And my new builder doesn't even want me to speak on the Zoom too much about the product. Yeah. Okay.
That is okay, Bernard. Let's take this opportunity here.
Yes.
To maybe for you to elaborate about selling the business and selling the product. Can you?
Okay. Sure. I'd like to talk about Muhammad Ismail Ghaffar. He is the CEO and founder of the largest realty company in Singapore. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you think he is still going out taking clients to try to sell houses? No more. His efforts will be based on 2 aspects only. I'm not saying we don't sell product. We don't go out and do approach new people. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just being a bit skewing to the other side. His main effort will be to sell the real estate career and to train his recruits. Okay, so so I feel that is of utmost importance to be more skillful to sell the business aspect, the career aspect of a Kangen distributor than the health aspect of Kangen. The health should come accidentally.
But I pause for a while,
Sure.
okay? Because by using that analogy of Muhammad
Ismail
Ghaffar,
Ghaffar.
Muhammad Ismail Ghaffar, who's from Singapore, who's a real estate agent, okay? His focus now is not selling properties like you said. His focus now is to recruit agents, other agents to sell properties and also to train them. All right.
Yes, and then he will earn many small money.
Correct. And this is exactly the message that you are giving right now to the distributors here. Okay. And you know, if some of you, anyone here who's sort of getting some massive value and getting a breakthrough here, please report it. Okay, please report it, because you know, I know of people in the Kangen business and they are very good in selling machines. I mean, good on them, good for them. But the thing is this: many of them, right? Many of them, they miss out. They miss out the most crucial part, which is they only sell machines, but they forget to convert his customers into a distributor. And it's such a waste. And perhaps maybe because his line of thinking is he wants to be good in selling machine, and that's what he's focusing on. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But you're missing out big time.
Can I add in something?
Of course, this is your talk.
Okay, two points. It's the same point, but I like to come from two different angles. Let's say I'm fairly new and I just recruited Anthony T as my 4A. Okay, 4A, 1,250, that's 5,000 ringgit if it's a K8. Okay, 5,000 ringgit. And listen, guys, the guy that designed True Health philosophy, True Health, body health, financial health, and peace of mind, that same guy is the guy that designed the Complan to fulfill this philosophy. Okay, so let's see what he's trying to say in the Complan. If Anthony were to sell one, how much do I get? 5,000 ringgit. Indirect, I'm getting the same amount, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think the owner is trying to tell you? Sell many direct customers or have builders in your team, since the direct commission, the indirect commission is the same amount as well. Whoa.
That is a very good point, Bernard. That is a breakthrough for me. As you said, I'm telling you, Bernard, this is new for me, you know. That you said that the design of the plan by the owner, Mr. Oshiro, has got the overriding component in it.
Yes.
The design of the plan is for the distributor to bring in other people.
Yes.
I'm hearing this from the very first time from you, you know, it is the design of Mr. Oshiro for people to
fulfill the philosophy.
Correct, yes.
Okay, so and another extension. Listen, guys, when you hit 6A, the month you hit 6A, how do you qualify $3,000 title bonus? Now, if you are a product seller, you will have difficulty getting the 3,000. You think Mr. Oshiro is trying to bully people like that? No, he's rewarding people who understands his True Health philosophy. Another hint there. And when you go 6A, suddenly you have group unit bonus. Who is he rewarding? There are many hints in the Complan. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying, okay, so this is the methodology. You go wide with all out massive action. Approaching with the business first, and you don't waste the meeting by going, if not interested, we still go to the product. Okay, we want to enhance the chance of any sale. Okay, but listen, sometimes when you show a person, let's say let's say if you approach a person and suddenly you show the business, wow, no wonder the product's so expensive because of the commission. Yes, there is a small little chance. There's a small little chance of us losing a direct sale. But I rather you risk losing a potential direct sale than risk losing a customer not seeing the business potential. Hey, that's worth $1 million, ladies and gentlemen. I got your private message then. Okay, so time is catching up. So what have I done right? What I feel I've done right is momentum, showing the leading by business. I'm not against selling product. Don't get me wrong. Leading by business is not business only. Okay. Yeah. And third is my outlook is very long term. If your outlook is long term, you do not give discount. In fact, you detest giving discount.
Anyway, if you give discount, you have a high chance of being found out, and if you're found out, that's the end of you as a distributor.
And even if you never get found out, you short term because you are give discount because you want direct customers. You desperate for direct customers. But listen, if you have long-term outlook, one will be able to see 3 categories of earnings in Kangen. Direct earning. Is it called direct earnings? Yeah. Leveraged earnings. And since you're on Facebook, like potentially passive earnings. Okay, let me elaborate. Direct earnings will be the direct sales. Leverage earnings will be what you get in the 8-point and maybe education bonus, which eventually they will become 6A and maybe second account, blah, 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 and all that. Or maybe go down so deep, you no more 8-point. Yeah. Potentially passive is when you start earning 6A2 bonuses from downlines and 6As that you don't even know who are your 6As. You don't even know who are your 6A2s. You don't even know because the team is growing without you. So 3 categories of earning. Now, I one of the longest outlook thinker is Sam Seah. That's why he's successful. I notice he doesn't compromise the long term for the short term. Never, never. So guys, you have an amazing upline in Sam Seah. Amazing person. He is my friend. You know, yes, I enjoy good overriding from his team. But you know, guys, some of you know him personally, and I'm sure you will agree. The value that I get from Sam Seah as a friend is more than, as a human being and as a friend, is more than the value I get from his team overriding. You heard what I said? The team overriding is a lot, no? This man has so much rich substance and yeah, so brutally honest, sometimes he frightens me. So those are my 3 keys that I feel that I've long-term, my outlook is long-term. I refuse to compromise the long-term for the short-term. So that's it, that's it. Over to you, Sam.
Okay, okay, just to sum it up. So the three areas that you taught, right? Can you just give it in 3 words so that for the benefit of everybody,
Sure.
Yeah.
The 3 things I feel did correct is AOMA, leading by business, and long-term outlook.
Okay, let me just type it right.
Sure.
And long-term outlook. And last one is and long-term outlook. So these are the 3 things that Bernard feel that these are the 3 things he did right. Just going back a bit, Bernard, about no about giving discount. You know, you know, Bernard, if I had sort of tested you and have asked for a discount, and if you had said yes, right, I probably would not be in your team, because the way I see it is, if you can give me a discount, you can give a discount to anyone who could have been my team member and stolen my team members. I would have I wouldn't have wanted to join you. And this is something that a lot of people don't get.
Yeah, guys, you don't want this price discounting, and I wouldn't have given anyway because from get go I was always long term. Can I use an example to extend this
Okay,
example?
go on. Sure, go on.
If I have given Sam Seah discount, I would have cheapened the business in his side. He wouldn't have joined. Okay, now I have a downline. He built a hotel to the tune of almost 1 billion US dollars. That's a lot of money. It's and as he was building in Taiwan, two major brands came to him to consider their brand. One is called Grand Hyatt, one is called Mandarin Oriental. Do you know why he chose Mandarin Oriental and not Grand Hyatt? Because as a client, Grand Hyatt offered free upgrading too easily. Now, as a customer, it feels good, right? But as a business owner, he chose Mandarin Oriental because Grand Hyatt gave discount or upgrading too easily. It cheapened the status of his hotel. By the way, it's Mandarin Oriental Taipei. Fantastic. Yeah. So I thought it's really rich, rich point. And so what if, because I refused to give discount, I lost 3 or 4, 5, 6, 10 customers. But Sam Seah and his team is my downline now. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah. So
okay, Bernard, got one more question for you. After 11 years plus in the business, what is your outlook for the future of our business?
Okay. Again, I like to quote Elon Musk, being the richest man in the world. He didn't get there by no substance, obviously, right? And some of us have enjoyed his wisdom. As when one of his companies, Tesla, was thank you for the comment. When one of his companies was building up, he had a vision and he made a declaration. To look back at second best, you will need a telescope. Wow. Now, is that true of the foundation of our business, Kangen Water? Is that true? It is, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, what is my outlook of the business? Number one, those who understand enough compared to other water systems. We are different models of Kangen are just different car models, while the rest of water machines out there are bicycles. You know, or rather, if you really want to compare, you need a telescope to see second best. Those of us who are long enough, you know what I mean. Okay, I'm here not to convince the new people. It's your due diligence to find out what I just mentioned. Yeah. So with that, with such a foundation of the business, even without the good patented 8-point commission system, even if the commission system is inferior, do you know we should be earning much more than what we are earning today? Because the base is water. I mean, with the second, we need to see a telescope to see the second best. Now, coupled by the fact that the compensation plan is quite good. When you marry these two together, it works exponentially. Now, third thing, market timing. To the best of my knowledge, about 1.5 million machines sold in the world. So let's say average household in the world is 4 people. There are about, let's say, 6 billion people in the world. Divide by 4, that's 1.5 billion. 1.5 billion household minus 1.5 million units sold is still 1.5 billion. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to say is, this company is so unique because it has a rich history that is still at basement 1. Where in the world are we going to find an opportunity like that, coupled by the first 2 points, where we need a telescope to see second best? Can I be very frank? Sometimes that's a problem. We rely on the strength of Energic too much. We don't develop ourselves enough. We don't strengthen our self-image. Okay. The third thing is the total addressable market. Markets. One is more and more people need home-based business. That is growing so fast. Number two, the health industry. Number three, the pet industry. Number four, the food you can name. Yeah, the total addressable markets are growing and growing at a ridiculous pace. Most of us, if you go during peak hour to a public hospital in your home country and you go to the parking lot, you have problems finding a parking lot. So with this, after 11 years, what's my outlook for the next 11 years? I don't have to spell it out, guys. Now, I want to add one last point. If you, 70-something of us, if we individually, if you think this business is only for Sam Seah only, for Bernard Chan only, etc., can I be very frank? You are 100% correct for you. If you think this business cannot be done, you are right for you. So can I suggest associate with the people that are succeeding and still succeeding, and then work those last few points of why I say the next 11 years can be just as amazing or even more amazing. So what's my outlook? I think when Sam and myself started, for the first 2 to 3 years, the company was hovering at 4,000 plus units a month. I'm not, barring last month was the end of a contest. I mean, all these are short in arm volumes. But company has tripled now per month, 15,000. And someone I look to a lot, his name is Daniel Dimacali. He said, in spite of some weaknesses in the company, in his X number of years, longer than me, he just noticed the sales, it will plateau for a while, then whoop, it goes up again. Whoop, it goes up again, in spite of its own weaknesses, because its strength has caused that to happen. So that's my short story long for the next 11 years, you know. Yeah. Over to you,
Thank
Sam.
you. Thank you, Bernard. Now, I just want to ask the audience here, right? Please type in any sort of major learnings that you have gotten out of today's session with Bernard. I know that there were some gems in there about where Bernard's style of doing this business is to lead by business. All right, and Bernard's idea is to sell the business instead of selling the machine. Okay, and I just want to say here that next week we'll be having our next speaker, and he will be also touching on the same theme as what Bernard has touched on today. So next week will be, I've invited Gary Gunn, 6A3-5, to join us to be our guest distributor next week, in 7 days time. And he'll be talking about along the same lines as Bernard Chan has spoken about selling the business. So it will be a great opportunity for you guys to come back next weekend to really hear Gary Gunn's version of what Bernard Chan has shared today. Okay, so Bernard, thank you so much. You know, we are really at 5:30, 1 hour. I like to keep the session to 1 hour so that we fulfill our promise to our audience here, so that they know that it's going to be 1 hour. Of course, we can always, perhaps, you know, we have gotten so much value here from Bernard that I'd like to seek permission from the audience here that if we could extend this session by another 10 minutes, if you guys are okay. But if you guys have to go, please, thank you for joining us today. And we'll be having, let's go on for another 10 minutes if you have the time, Bernard. And to the audience, if you have someone asking for 30 minutes more. Okay.
Hey, for you guys, of course, I just love you guys so much. You know, the energy I'm getting. Thank you so far for the energy.
All right, so Bernard, let's do another 10 minutes. So, sure. Okay, is anything else that you may want to contribute?
Or Sam, basically that's what I prepared. You want to ask questions, or you want to open one or two questions or whatever? Okay.
Actually, I'd like to address this. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Before then, now that was the general concept that I pushed across, but the application of how to lead by business, there are many subtleties. So that can always be another session. There are many little subtleties. Yeah. So an example is example, let's say Heng has a Cambodian friend living in Singapore, and Heng WhatsApp me and ask me, what is the price of a K8 in Singapore? I will not give her the answer. I will go to the website and give her the URL. I will lead her to the source of the information. I don't want to be the go-to guy. Do not do for distributors what they can do for themselves. Example, that's a little subtlety. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if she asks me what is the price then of SD501, she won't get an answer she won't get a reply from me anymore. Because I'm here not to make money. I'm here to get leverage income and passive income. Get what I'm saying? So yeah. So these are the little subtleties. Or example, if I want to get information across, I will see whatever there is on the internet that I can cut and paste, so that I am not the go-to guy. I don't want to be seen as a product expert. Yeah, over to you, Sam.
Okay. Now perhaps maybe I can do a bit of promotion today. All right. So we have not had the live Essential Kangen workshop for the last 2 years because of lockdown. Okay, we'll be having our first ever live in Kuala Lumpur, the Essential Kangen workshop. We are planning it on the 5th of June. So, but we have not prepared any flyer, just to let you guys know. So this will be the live Essential Kangen workshop in Kuala Lumpur on Sunday, the 5th of June. So we'll be sending out the flyer in the next couple of days, I hope. And also in India as well. Okay. So sorry, Bernard, this session is yours. I shouldn't be talking about my stuff.
No. Okay, wait. Essential Kangen workshop. I was just telling Sam what was earlier the 2:30 session until that part that is also in Essential Kangen workshop.
Global Partnership
Program. That is a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. In my opinion, it borders on ridiculously. It's a masterpiece. So, guys, the Essential Kangen workshop has enlightened many people. And me as the upline, I learned so much from the Essential Kangen workshop. So yeah. But meanwhile, any other questions? Or you from Sam, or you want to ask? Open up.
Yeah. So okay, I noticed there's some questions in the chat box. I would rather not answer them because those questions can be answered outside of this meeting. So I'd like to perhaps Bernard and I would like to sort of focus on questions which you all can get value from. But some of your questions you don't have to get it from us. You can get it from other sources. Okay. So please don't be offended if we don't respond to some of the questions that you have posted. Okay?
Relevant questions, perhaps.
Correct.
For the session, yeah.
Okay. What's the best method of finding prospects? Those are very generic questions that we would not like to spend time on. Bernard, would you agree?
Yeah, but anyway, I just do a one-liner. Talk to approach as many people.
Okay, my response to you, Lenovo Tab M10. You may be new, okay? So the thing about you being new in this business is this. It's like you learning how to swim or learning how to ride a bicycle for the very first time. Okay, you just have to do it. Just have to do it, and you will falter, you'll fall down, get up again and do it again. So what's the best method of finding prospects? Everyone is a prospect at any KW, I do say. Everyone is a prospect. Bernard Chan spoke to me in the lift lobby. I was just 3 feet away. So anyone who is Bernard practices what is known as the 3-feet rule. Okay, everybody, you may want to write this down. It's so important. It's called the 3-feet rule. Okay, everybody, type it down. Read 3-feet rule. Bernard Chan practices the 3-feet rule. Everybody who's within 3 feet from him, a stranger, he'll talk to them. And that's how I got to know him. If he doesn't practice the 3-feet rule, is it called a 3-feet rule, by the way, Bernard?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay, so for you to answer you, Lenovo tab, practice the 3-feet rule. Start talking to people. Of course, you don't just talk to them about the Kangen business. First of all, you must build a rapport, right? Yes. The moment you open your mouth and try to start selling to a stranger, he would just brush you off. So the most important thing is about 3-feet rule is about start off with building rapport, and that's how we got to know each other, Bernard. With Bernard. Oh, okay. Madhu said that his file is Samsia. Congratulations, Madhu. Okay. Yes, Bernard Chan say hi is a good start.
No, nothing salesy, ladies and gentlemen. You know, hey, 1 year before I bought the Kangen machine, before I started, I approached Sam. It was with just approaching you. Okay, one of my mentors says 2 a day brings freedom my way. Get to know 2 new people a day. Then your leads will never run out.
Okay. Now there's some posting here. Wing Yi said that he's having a huge problem to sell Kangen machine at the water shop. All right. He has the advantage of getting prospects easily, but can't do sales. Okay. So now sales is something that sales is an area where you are facing challenges and something that you have to what we call progress on. So you have to develop yourself in the area of sales. And the thing is, yeah, okay, but so the thing is, you are not good in sales yet, but you can develop your sales processing skills. Okay, your what you call your skill set on sales. It takes time, but you must always begin with the first step. Okay, I was never good in sales, and I'm still learning. Okay, yes, Bernard, you're gonna say something.
Okay, some people always say I'm not the salesy type, so I cannot look at a Kangen business. I say, then this is what I'll say. Example, Madhu is the one that just said this to me. I said, Madhu, I beg to differ. Would you want to know why? Then most people say yes. I said, when you took the best of, when you tried recently the best biryani or the best chapati or whatever, when you eat some very nice food, it's so much better than it's really nice. Madhu, would you agree that you will tell people about it? A thumbs up or yeah? It's our nature when we believe in something, we want to sell the goodness of it. So then I'll say, Madhu, you say you're not the sales type. Have I shown you that you are? Only in what you believe. So can I invite you to come and look at the Kangen opportunity, whether you can come to the point of belief? So it's not the sales skill, but it's the belief level. So Wing Yi, I think just now, I hope today your belief level of the Kangen business has changed and continue to know, to increase your belief in Kangen business. Then sales will be a natural. You don't need to be eloquent. People don't hear your words as much as they hear your heart. Yeah.
Yes. So Madhu has actually typed in a comment there. Attend SAMM. SAMM stands for the Sales and Marketing Masterclass. It's a 2-day event on sales and on marketing. Perhaps I could just share the flyer here for everybody to see. Okay, where is it? Okay, I have problem finding. One second. This is preview. Here it is. So okay, this is a 2-day program. Can you see this thing on the screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can. the flyer? Fantastic. Thank you, Madhu. All right, this is a 2-day sales and marketing masterclass on Zoom happening on the 28th and 27 and 28. Okay, this program is for all distributors, whether you're new or whether you're very senior, come and attend this program. And it's going for a price of 100 US at normal price. But if you can sign up, the special price just ended last month. Okay, but you can still come in for $40 US per person. It's for 2 days. And this guy, Bernard, how many times have you attended this sales and marketing masterclass, Bernard?
Many times. I can't remember. Five times, maybe 4.
I know.
Yeah.
The last one you didn't attend. I attended. Okay, I've attended this at least 8 to 9 times, and I tell myself I must still come back again. So the thing is for those of you, right, who don't have any knowledge about selling, and you want to master selling, this is something that you want to take note of. Do a screenshot if you can. All the details are there. Or rather, the bit.ly, the short link is very simple, so simple. bit.ly /SAMM 27 August. So take a screenshot of that, please. Okay, I'm going to just stop sharing this. And really, if you're no good, if you want to master selling, if you do not know how to sell yet, all you need to do is just do it. Like I say, if you don't know how to swim, you don't know how to ride bicycle, all you need to do is to just do it. Okay. Bernard, is there any new stuff that you'd like to learn? Fly an aeroplane.
Yes. I would like to fly an aeroplane. So my new downline has a pilot's license. He used to own an aeroplane. So correction, my new builder. Yeah. So he's taking me through the fastest and shortest journey to do that. But Sam, I like to mention something. Lenovo just mentioned that he's on social media. Now, social media is just a modality of your reach. But what are you marketing in the end? A machine or a business? Of course, you're on social media. Please keep within the company rules. Are you marketing the business or the machine again? That's important. So it always comes back to that. Oh, fantastic, Madhu, fantastic. Lifestyle, yes, lifestyle, the business, freedom. Yeah. So that's important to know. Yeah. And thank you, Kevin, for your comment. Yeah. So
okay, Bernard, our time is up. We asked for 10 minutes. Now we have exceeded by 5 minutes.
Lovely. Yeah.
So let's. Are you okay if we conclude the meeting now, Bernard?
Sure.
So guys, let's all give a big hand to Bernard Chan. Okay, thank you so much, Bernard. We're gonna have you back again. Okay. Thank you, about hi there, David, Richard? I'm now seeing you. Can you all turn on your camera? We'll be taking a group photo here. All right. So I'm going to also allow everybody to be able to unmute themselves. You can now unmute yourself and say hi, bye, whatever. And I'm going to.
Thank you, Bernard. Great share. Thank you so much. Loud today.
Okay, Lavono is a pretty lady there. Finally get to see her. Hi, Marilyn. Okay, we're going to take a photo now. Okay, at the count of 3, everybody say Kangen, and then you'll be looking your best. 1, 2, 3. Kangen. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Kangen. All right, bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much again, Bernard. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your time, everyone.
Thank you, Bernard.
Thank you, Sam.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard and Sam.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Anya.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.